Nitro has the Tech 9 in reserve, so he's able to get that all-important frag, leaving Guardian in a 3 versus 0 now. There it is going to be 12-3. So some life at the very end. It felt like this was an impossible task. 12-3 is recoverable, certainly not ideal. And the way Faze are playing right now, it feels like they've done enough. They have been unstoppable. That game was brutal. The first half is one they're going to want to forget at this point.
Yeah, I think we heard in one of the pre-game interviews that Rain had been to the gym and lifting a little bit. He didn't realize he's benching the whole team, Henry. It's kind of, you know, that's got to be some sort of record.
I think so. The fact that he gets, what, like 2 aces there, a couple of 4Ks.
2 aces in 9 rounds.
Yeah, and even Team Liquid has said at halftime on the server, right? And they said, well, great half, Rain. Can't really argue with that one.
Yeah, so the highlights here for the first half, and so far, they're all Rain.
It's the Rain show here. It's pretty unbelievable what he was doing. Obviously, he got a little bit carried away towards the end with that pushes towards middle against the pistols. Wasn't ideal to give that round up, but still a monstrous scoreline here. It's going to be 12-3 in their favor as we get ready for the second half.
I see Yanko obviously excited, saying, listen, the thing we planned where you get 2 aces in the first 10 rounds,
that's perfect.
That's what we want, really.
Yeah.
We should really keep doing that if we can, if at all possible.
165 ADR. That's ungodly. That's something you don't see very often at all.
Yeah, what an obnoxious performance. I mean, it's just, I don't know what to say. There must have been no more than 5 games ever where people have come close to this kind of a thing, in a grand finals at least. I mean, sure, if you count every game play, that might be different, but this is beyond words, isn't it? Second half.
Yes.
Liquid, I mean, they need somebody to step up. They need their own Rain right now. Somebody has to take up that mantle.
Well, that's the thing. We came into this grand final saying there's a couple of players that haven't turned up to this tournament. Yes, Liquid have looked phenomenal, but there's been some names that have been absent in their success. They've had to really dig deep to find those 5 victories, and the weaknesses starting to be punished now. They're certainly not looking their absolute best today, as we'll see the buys come through. I can confirm that Faze will bring in 3 sets of armor here and a P250 for Nico.
Henry, if you had to put all of your money on the one player on Liquid right now that would do that, who is the guy to step it up?
No one's broken double digits, so it's difficult to really make a calculated assessment here. Naf on 6, Nitro 6. I want Naflight to turn up.
Yes.
It's always fun to see him do work on the server, but it's a tall order. He needs this pistol. That's where it all starts. If they can pick up this round, get the 3-0, they have got a chance to bring it back. But that's a tall order in itself. The way Faze have looked in these pistol rounds so far, it's been clinical. It's been almost disgusting, and there's the fact that they've just found so many headshots time and time again, and just shutting down any potential threat from their opposition. And they'll be looking to replicate that as we get into the second half momentarily.
Yeah, Naf would definitely be my pick for it as well. I think if I really had to do it, then it would be on him to turn this around. And I feel like, just so personality-wise, mentally, I feel like he actually is the sort of person that would see this as a challenge and say, okay, fine. You know, if that's the limit, if that's the level that you've reached, then I'll be the one to try and sort of take that fight. But what a challenge ahead. And I mean, we're talking a lot about Rain, but Nico with that AWP, my God, I mean.
It wasn't so much the amount of frags he got, it was just the level of skill displayed when he found them. He only gets 13 off, I say only lightly. But the fact is that the way he was just getting those shots and just looking so comfortable and just making so many calculated decisions, it was great to watch. Ladies and gentlemen, this could be the final half of the tournament. Team Liquid are going to need you behind them as we get into it. Second half kicks off right now. Nitro with the flashbangs, he's got the kit as well. We'll see the P250 in the hands of Nico. They've got a couple of smokes here. That suggests they'll go towards long, use a double smoke on the crossover. But anything can and will happen here. Can also go for the B split if they want to as the initial smoke towards Xbox. And we'll see if they want to use it here. Up they go.
Yeah, they're going to be running for it, running right into the defensive team. And Liquid there to set it up. Twist with a great double. That is the kind of start that they need. And more importantly, Rain is the first one to go down here. And Twist is back in position, actually all the way hiding behind the box. This could be a really powerful position to be in, especially because they don't know that he's here. Bomb right in front of him, but no. Nico to shut him down. That might actually swing it back.
3 players in CT spawn. The flashbang coming through as well. Still possible for Team Liquid here. Guardian trying to find the opening incision. It's actually looking good for Liquid now. No quick kills here. It comes down to the 2 versus 1. Guardian hasn't got enough left, and it's going to be a round for Team Liquid. A much needed one at that. They get the opening kill, but Nico, with his P250, he made it look possible for them as the plant came in. But a good retake, and 2 players survived. That's going to be Naflight and Nitro. The players you want to really be firing on all cylinders now. They got the all-important pistol. Can they convert the second round?
This is nicely done by Twist, I think, to get into this position now. I've got to say, in that retake, I really would not advise all of the jumping that they were doing at that corner. I was getting very worried. It worked out. Liquid pick up the pistol in the second half, and, well, they got everything. And Faze did get the bomb plant down, so...
It means Guardian can bring out the AWP next round. So watch out for that. That's why he's only got the Glock this round. He wants to make sure he can bring that out nice and early. The rest of his teammates, though, Deagles, that's fine. They'll still have a healthy buy as well, as they look to just try and get the bomb down in this particular round. But Faze, with the Desert Eagles, there's actually a chance he can win this as well.
Don't even say it, Henry. I mean, it could be too much for me to handle. Want Liquid to show us a bit more. We definitely know them as a comeback team. We've done it so many times in the past, but they didn't even get any runway to get that up and flying on the first map. I mean, it was over so quick. Second map, hopefully a little bit different here. Oh, it was Naf. Good coverage before Nitro was about to get maybe taken down.
Well, this is looking very good for Liquid. Shouldn't be any threats here. And as...
Oh, no.
They're going to fumble a little bit. They're just trying to get towards Shaw and get that bomb down here, but Ali blocking absolutely everything. Now flies there to finish things off as well. Nice calm shots, and there will be the seconds as they start to come to life here. But this is the all-important round. If they can win this one, we might be having the conversation about the comeback. Do they want to upgrade in these weapons? They've got an MP9, an MP5 there, a Scout, a FAMAS. They've only got one real rifle. That's in the hands of Ali. She's got the M4A4. Naf, nice work, but he continues to hold on to the Scout here. And they're going to take a tactical timeout and work out what the next play is.
I wouldn't be surprised, Henry, if at some point during this game on the T side for FaZe, they try and do one of those, either a single or double jump into CT spawn from Catwalk. Because I know that's something that Yanko actually tried to do a lot when he was the coach of MIBR. And I think it's a great strategy. It's all about timing. Obviously, you've got to make sure you have a bit of a distraction in middle. So whatever player is defending that CT spawn or mid area is looking the other way. But I still think it's a great idea. I'd love to see something like that again. It can be just an absolute knockout blow. So wouldn't be too surprised if we see that in, you know, the next 5 or 6 rounds.
I hope so, Anders. You built it up quite nicely. And yes, Yanko is certainly a fan of that approach. We have just got a TeamSpeak issue. I believe this is more of a technical pause at this stage. Guardian has brought out the AWP just because they got the bomb planted in that first round. Take the full eco in the second. Bring the AWP out. He's actually got a helmet as well, so it's looking pretty promising for him. 4 AKs around him. And remember, Liquid still with the lesser weaponry. Normally, you'd be able to say, okay, yeah, sure, we're expected to lose this round. It's fine, we'll build upon it. But you can't really afford to give many rounds up at this point. If you lose this, you're 13-5. You'll have another buy available, sure, but the rounds really need to be going in your favor at this stage.
Well, they look like they're ready. I think the issues have more or less been sorted out. Just waiting for the final go. And then we should be back into the action. But it is scary. 4 AK-47s, 1 AWP, and the best weapon we have right now for Liquid, probably that M4A4 on Elige. I mean, that's definitely going to be a bit of a problem. They don't actually have a lot of money either, so if they end up losing this round, I mean, it could all tumble really quickly.
They need this. It has to go in their favor, and it really is a difficult one. FaZe with a massive advantage. We're getting into round number 18 now. Have Liquid got anything in store for us? Maybe a boost or a push? They're going to send 3 players towards long. Make it 4, in fact. They're going to have a lot of fighting potential here. The AKs come through. It's Rain who's completely flashed. His teammates segregated from him. He's taking damage now.
Yeah, he's really trapped in that corner, and he's going to try and make sure that at least he has a little bit of coverage here. Just grenades being exchanged right now. It's hard to tell who's coming out on top at the moment, but Rain, did he just call his own team back? Yeah, he said, listen, I'm going to try and escape. So they ended up using a lot of grenades to do that, but let's see if they can convert in the middle. Yeah, all of the distraction, all of Meister, he used that very well.
Yeah, nice presence of mind to know a CT player would be towards that spawn position. He gets the opening pick, and that's the most important one he could find. It's Elise, the only player with a rifle, but a nice flank coming in. Stewie at least pulls one back. Can't recover the rifle just yet, and the A site, Anders, is completely open. The only defense they've got is Stewie with an MP5 towards long. He is absolutely done for. He has to go recover that rifle, really, to even stand a chance in this one. Rain will hold towards short, and I'm not sure they've got much to say about this round.
I mean, how are they going to possibly do this? They have very limited grenades. That smoke is genius as well. They have to try and flash their way through the flashbang. He doesn't even care. Taking down Naf and Twist. Blind as a bat in the meantime, and Nico going to be taking down Nitro. They'd set it all up perfectly, Henry. I mean, they did everything required.
Wow. Stewie will bring one kill back in their favor. That's $600 gathered with that kill. That should be all he's worth. Olaf Meister gets his second kill of the round. Olaf and Rain doing most of the heavy lifting there as we go 13-5. And you mentioned it. Even if they do have that bonus situation for themselves, the money still isn't great. Elige will only have a Deagle and armor here. And Twist is only with $2,500. He'll be on a pistol as well, I believe. He goes with the CZ. Here's the replay of Rain. Completely blind, but he'd line himself up with the wall. He can't believe his luck. His is probably one of the best games he's had this year. It's unbelievable. 28-7.
So what a time to have a game like this. I mean, it feels pretty good, probably, if you have a good game in the group stage, but, you know, maxing out in the grand finals, that's something you dream of at this point, I think, and these orgs for Liquid have got to come in really big. How are they going to be able to find this one? You can go a little bit aggressive on Dust too, but it isn't as easy as it is on a map like Mirage, say.
You can push, you can boost up towards shore, you can go for a pick and lower.
Yeah.
You can maybe challenge killing up a B or an AWP or something like that, but essentially you want to just hold up in a classic setup and see what kind of information you get at the start. It's not like you can really steal away a quick pick if you don't have the AWP. You know, up against Guardian, you can't really run up towards middle. We'll see what they've got in mind though. 13-5, must-win round for Liquid here. Two players on the pistols, that's Elige and Twist. Naf, Stewie, and Nitro with the Orgs.
And they are going to go for that double boost on Catwalk like you were talking about, so they're really quickly in there. Nitro flashed in. Again, they had the setup for it. It looked like that was the right idea, but Nico and Rain, just a difference of opinion, I suppose. They wanted to win that fight, and now it's a 5 versus 3. And smoke it up, and you could see Rain even, he was sort of pushing that just as the smoke goes up in case anyone was there. Stewie,
oh, hello.
Well done. Just setting it up. That's a triple, and Naf to follow it up with a headshot, and it's looking so much better now. Liquid should be able to turn this into a bit of a win, and Naf ending the round, double for him. That was all Stewie in the middle, wasn't it?
How Stewie brought that around back in their favor, I'll never know. That was a 5 versus 3. One player on a pistol as well, and he holds a bit of an off angle. You don't expect him to be out in the open there with the rifle, and he gets the double kill, flashes in towards B, gets another, and keeps them in the game. They are not done just yet. It's 13-6, and they've broken the economy of Faze. They'll be on an eco here. Rain will purchase a Deagle and armor. Guardian with the scouts. No utility to speak of here, so it should be another round on the board here for Liquid. Maybe a few more twists and turns yet.
One scout for Guardian. I mean, on the T side, it's very hard to put that into work. A little bit differently sometimes. You can be on the CT side. You can sort of hope that someone's going to walk into your crosshair, but it doesn't exactly work the same when you're the one on the aggressive side. So actually, a moment where they could stabilize the game, Henry. They could actually maybe, you know, catch their breath a little bit here.
Well, they'll be able to stabilize at least financially after this round. We'll see whether this is a clean one for them. It should be. Guardian down to 7 points of health, now 0. As Stewie looks to build into this series. He's looking much stronger now. And looking to be the clean sweep here. Olaf Meister, the last player remaining. He did 50. Not for much longer though. There it is! Liquid are down, but they're not out. AWP purchased straight away on the T side. A full buy coming in. They still have a massive lead here. A couple more rounds will find them championship point.
You want to wonder what happens if FaZe don't actually win this map.
That would be insane.
With such a lead and such a performance, I mean, is that the whole tower just come crumbling down? Is that where the third map just is heavily Liquid favored?
Overpass, I
yeah,
think it probably is.
Man, I mean, that's a little bit out in the future, but FaZe definitely need to focus right now. It's a 6-round gap between the two teams at 13-7, but do not let Liquid back in this game. If you're FaZe right now, winning the grand finals, it's right there in front of you. Three rounds, all you need.
You can just almost taste it at this point.
Yes.
So close. But these are the hardest rounds to win. When you do get to this sort of level, pressure's off for the other team. They start winning a few rounds. They're starting to feel it. You're going a little bit more cagey in your approach. We'll see if this one works out for Faze. So far, so good in terms of their default. They have long control. 3 players out as well. It's Stewie2K defending the A side. He's got the M4A4. They have solid short control as well in the form of Naf and Twist. It's actually looking quite promising for the Liquid boys, but it's all down to this long approach. Silently, they make their way up. They can drop a couple of smokes and fully explode on the site any second here.
And Naf and Twist both have Molotovs, so if they try and get back here, I mean, there should be a lot of fire on that bomb site. Oh, what a beautiful push through from Rain. Follows it up just even more aggressive and forcing those catwalk players to stay away from the bomb site. There's the Molotov coming through on Olofmeister. And he is down. Oh, and a follow-up grenade exploding Nico. They can't get that bomb down. More grenades raining in and just forcing them out. That is expert grenade usage out of Liquid. That was wonderful.
Yeah, that's so impressive. It was looking so unlikely they could do anything with this round, but the grenade saved them. Guardian will be traded out. Team Liquid on their feet now. The incendiaries, it was Stewie2K from the grave that got the first kill. The HG follow-up as well. Another Molotov frag, and then Liquid are able to retake the site efficiently. Rain has found his 30th kill, but money still a bit of an issue for them here. They're going to have to take another partial buy, and Liquid are knocking on the door of double digits, and that's when we can really start the conversation of this comeback if they make it there. This should be a guaranteed round for them, but we will see for the first time there's a double orb setup. This time Nitro and Nap, and he'll find that first kill, no problem whatsoever. That's going to be Rain going down as they continue that push towards middle here.
A little bit of taste of their own medicine, losing a man early on like that in the middle. Liquid easing back into this game. I mean, I don't know if they're building the confidence just yet, but it's happening through the smoke as well. Stewie to pick up the kill there on Guardian, and that leaves Nico and Olofmeister looking for a kill. Oh, and that's actually a really good job trying to stay ducked, but he's going to be going down. And Olof, if you get the bomb plant, that'd be quite an achievement. Just going to try and back off instead, and Stewie, he's got this whole line down the center of the map covered, so kind of hard for Olof to move anywhere without getting spotted. Boxed in right now, Henry. There's no way out.
Not really. Olofmeister is going to be towards short. At least should take care of him momentarily, and there we go. One more round for double digits, ladies and gentlemen. Liquid are making this a reality now. Faze have not posted a round in 4. Looking for maximum loss bonus in the next round. Liquid are back on their feet. We'll see if this is where Faze can look a little stronger. The T side hasn't been as impressive. They lost the pistol, won that 3rd round, and then since that point, it's been nothing but Liquid.
Very close on the timing down the middle, but off by just a couple of frames. Long control for the minute in favor of the CT side, but actually they flashed their way out a bit late. Twist gonna get traded right away there. Rain to pick up that one, and Elige was just far enough back that he actually couldn't. I think they thought, well, we've already got the pit control, it's fine, we'll fall back, and then they all show up. So great timing on that push for Faze.
Yeah, nice trade there. They were always going to get that frag back in their favor. And now they have the long control again. They, however, have nothing to do with middle or the B side. They really do have to commit to long at this stage. They don't really have enough to fall back and justify taking all the numbers they have towards the middle area. I think they're going to continue with the same approach they had before. Walk up silently towards the choke point, smoke over, try and flash, and then make their way towards the site. You could see right now, there are no CTs on the A bomb site whatsoever. We've got a Elige all the way down and towards CT spawn. Naf with the AWP towards short. And here he comes. The smokes, the same approach we saw last time. They managed to get the opening kill as the utility usage on the retake from Liquid that saved them.
Yeah, and they really have a lot fewer grenades this time.